Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Weintraub. Today we are going to be discussing and creating The Very Worried Monster by Andy Green. Andy Green introduces us to the worried monster named Twitch. Through this main character, he tries very hard to have Twitch get everything right. Sometimes we try to get everything right, don't we? Even at school or at home. Um, Twitch quickly gets very upset, just like we do, when things don't go his way. I know a lot of us feel that way at home or at school or even in the park, um, or even on video games with our friends. Um, if you've ever had a day when everything seems to go totally wrong, this adventure will tickle your funny bone and put life's little setbacks in proper perspective for you. Once again, Andy Green, the author, has created a memorable character in Twitch, and he tries to get this character to appeal to kids of all ages in elementary, junior high, high school, even adults, to know what really this monster tries to cope with the frustration, and it continues to grow as it grows more and more out of control. He helps us think about what helps get it under control, under wraps. In this book, it talks about how sometimes one coping skill might not work, and that there are other coping skills that we need to use to manage our feelings. So today we're going to talk about that for a little bit. So sometimes when we get frustrated in life, sometimes screaming or fighting is not the answer. Getting mad is not the answer. Sometimes we might need to take a walk. We might need to write things down. We might need to talk to an adult or another person, or maybe a teacher, a parent, a guidance counselor, a sister, a brother, a cousin, a friend. We might need to take a walk. We might need to take a jog. We might need to do some exercise. Maybe we need to sing a song. Maybe we need to shout it out. Maybe we need to draw or paint. But there are other things we can do to help get those emotions out. Sometimes maybe we need to take a nap. Maybe sometimes we need to go for a swim. There are other things we can do to get it out of our systems instead of being aggressive or angry. Those feelings are not very good for us. They're not good for our hearts. They're not good for our minds. And they're not good for our whole bodies and souls. So, we are going today to get those feelings of frustration out, especially with us going back to school buildings like in September, as our chancellor in New York City, DOE, Misha Porter, has told us on the news, and with our mayor and all of our principals in New York City, DOE, and our teachers know for September. We are going to be coming back together in September. And for all of us teachers, we are super duper excited to welcome all of our students back in September. So, I am going to work with you today with our frustration monster. And we are going to create a very frustrated monster together. So that way we can keep it in our folders for September when we come back into school buildings. And we're a little nervous and we're a little frustrated because we've been out of school for so long and we've been doing this remote learning. We can have him with us to keep us calm and centered. We can pull him out and we can look at him. We can talk to him, and we can show our teachers if we're feeling a little frustrated. We could say, here's our frustration monster to help us. And we can get ourselves centered, and we could share it with our friends. And we could say, hey, you know what? Today I'm feeling a little frustrated. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little anxious. I'm a little scared. And we're going to work on it together. So today, for art, we are going to be using the elements of art of shapes, colors, and lines to create our very own frustrated monster. And we're going to be using organic lines and shapes to design our very frustrated monster. So today I would like you to, either at home or at school or wherever you might be watching this video, on YouTube with me, or in class, or at home, or on BronxNet with me, you are going to have either crayons, markers, color pencils, whatever you have available. I need you to get a yellow, a purple, a blue, orange, and black, and a pencil if you have one at home, and an eraser. And get those right now. And a blank sheet of paper. I am going to be using my board today, and today we will be using all these art elements to create our very own, very frustrated monster in the style of Andi Green to help us release our feelings of frustration of using the coping process of drawing. So, are you ready to start with me? If you are, please put those double thumbs up at home or at school or wherever you might be in the world right now. Okay, here we go. So, let's get ready. So, here we go again. I'm going to show you that picture of the front cover of the book. Everybody see at home? So, if you remember, he has squiggle lines for the hair on top of his head. He uses organic curved shapes for those cones going up and down around the circle shapes around his eyes. He has hills for around the shapes of his eyes. And then his body curves and swerves all the way down. And then remember, those wings have the organic shapes. And he has squiggles around his hands. So we are going to use that together. And we are going to be using yellow, orange, black, purple, and blue to create his colors today. So please make sure you have all those supplies ready, and we are going to begin. So the first part of his body we are going to draw are his eyes. So here we go. I'm going to use my black marker. You are going to begin to sketch it at home with your pencil. So I'm going to bring you a little closer to my board. Please remember to hold your paper, your blank piece of paper, in the portrait form, which is the long version. Make sure you're holding it in the vertical portrait long version. And remember, as an artist, please put your name on top first to show that you are the owner of the paper and you are the artist. Here we go. So I'm going to make two hills. One over here on the right side and one over here on the left side. Please do that right now. And you are going to squiggle them off to close them off. Everybody, please do that right now. Great job, everyone. Now, on the right eye, you are going to make a C, a large C for the eyeball. And then on the left, you are going to make another C. See that? And then you're going to make two more C's inside of each. So let's do 1 and 2. See that? 1 and 2. So they kind of look like a jawbreaker candy. You know, every time you look inside of it, it has different layers. So you see the different colors inside. So that's what we're making, like his eye, like a jawbreaker candy. Then on the next one, you're going to do the same thing. 1 and 2. Everybody got that? Awesome job, everyone. And then you're going to make a curved shape on the left eye, just like that. And then a curved shape on the right eye. Those are stress marks. Okay, we'll give everybody a minute. Now we're going to make a little bit of bags under his eyes. Look under my eyes. You see the gray part under my eyes over here? Those are called bags. Sometimes when you have really bad allergies, they turn a little darker. We're going to make those little stress marks bags under his eyes, and we're going to make them organic. So we're going to make a curved line right here under and bring it in. And we're going to make another one over here and bring it into his eye. See that? On both sides. See it? Just like that. Now remember, we're going to make his nose. See my nose on my face? Everybody's nose is in the middle between their two eyes, correct? So on his nose, it looks kind of like an organic triangle. Remember, an organic triangle, a regular triangle, has 3 corners and straight lines. An organic triangle, the corners are curved. So we're going to put a triangle in between here, an organic triangle. So we're going to curve the top. We're going to curve the sides and curve it back up. So it looks like that. Kind of like when you make a jack-o'-lantern, right? We curve the nose out in a jack-o'-lantern on a pumpkin. for Halloween. We carve it out of the pumpkin. Kind of like make it like that right now. See that? He's kind of looking like a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, right? With those googly eyes. Let's see if we can get him to go. Okay. So now we're going to come back over here. And we're going to make those horns that are on his eyes. You ready? And we're going to bring on the right. We're going to come on up. Bring it up. Curve it all the way up like a horn. And we're going to bring it and wrap it all the way back down into there. Into that bag under his eye. Got that? And now we're going to add curved lines throughout that. Like Maleficent from Snow White, the evil queen. Right? Got that? And you're going to curve those lines all throughout. See that? So there's his first horn that's going out. And remember, on the left side, we're going to curve it down. So the right side is curved up. So now we're going to do the same exact thing on the left side, but we're going to curve him down. So now we're going to go to the left side. So you're going to start at the top, and you're going to come all the way down. Watch how I do that. I'm going to curve it all the way in, and then I'm going to come back, curve it all the way up. Oh, didn't come wide enough. Let's make it a little wider. So I'm going to use my eraser. Remember, if you make a mistake, you always use an eraser, and we're going to come all the way back up, and you're going to curve that as well. You're going to curve it up, curve it up. So that's going to go that way. See that? So one's going up, one's coming down. Make sure you have that right now. Now, on the left eye, we're going to make this a little thicker. So you're going to come up and bring a curved line into it like that. Make it a little thicker. Got that? Perfect. Now we're going to make a valley in between the two eyes. So I want you to start on the left eye. We're going to dip down and dip back up into the right eye. See that? It's starting to look like the very frustrated monster, just like Andi Green. So now we're going to do squiggly lines. Everybody take your hands, put them together, and make a squiggly line like a snake. Let's do some movement. Awesome job, everyone. So we're going to make 7 squiggly lines, remember? So watch. We're going to go 1, and they can be different lengths and different heights. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are my 7 different squiggly lines for his hair. And maybe I want to put some little ones in between. You can put some little zigzags in there to show the little pieces. Okay? How we doing so far? I hope we're doing great at home or school, wherever you are in the world watching this video. Great job, everyone. So now we're going to build that chin and those cheekbones. Are you ready to build the rest of the face? Because we're going to bring it on down into his body. Remember, he has that little belly and those wings because he is that very frustrated monster. And he's going to help us feel a little better when we're feeling frustrated. If we feel frustrated in school in September, when we don't understand something or something is rough or tough, when we come back to school, if we're feeling sad that we're not at home anymore, if we're not doing remote, or if something's hard in math or science or reading or writing, or if we're having a little bit of trouble making new friends or adjusting to our schedule, we are going to get through it because we have perseverance, right? We are tough. We are strong, and we can persevere through anything together, and we can do it. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, so now we are going to bring this down from the face. Are you ready? We're going to come down from our eye, right here on the left side. We are going to swing it in a little bit. We're going to curve it in just a little. See that? Bring it in on a curve. Got that? And now we're going to come down from this horn. We are going to bring it down. We're going to come around, and we're going to bring it up like that. So it kind of looks like a smile, right? And we're going to bring it up right on into this, like this. And we're going to bring a little piece like that. Curve it in a little. Looks kind of silly right now. He looks like a bug, right? Doesn't he look like a bug? Like from A Bug's Life from Disney? He looks a little silly. Let's see what happens now. So now we're going to bring this one piece that we brought down from the left eye. And we're going to bring it straight on down. We're going to build that small neck. And we're going to take this little piece and we're going to bring it down. And now we're going to bring it out for his belly. And we're going to curve it in for his stomach. See that? He has that little pot belly, right? See that? And I'm going to move my board down a little more. See that right there? And we're going to bring this line down a little more, straight down. So it kind of looks like a bee, right? Like we're making a bee. And we're going to bring that on in like that. And we're going to bring 2 straight lines down for his legs. And we're going to put a line in between to make his 2 legs. And we're at the bottom of our paper. We're going to leave it just like that. Inside this area over here, we're going to do 2 parallel lines for his arm. And then we're going to make 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. See that? Just like an Elmo hand. And then we are going to give him his wings. We're going to make some organic zigzags. So watch how I swoof it up like a wave, like an ocean wave. Watch that. I curve up. I come back down. And then I'm going to curve it up again. And I'm going to come down. And I'm going to curve out. And come on in. See that? Like an ocean wave. And then I'm going to come out because I'm going to pretend that it's an illusion. And I'm going to come out for that ocean wave behind it. See that? So it gives like the wave is going behind it. And these are going to be his wings. Everybody see that? So, what do you think of our very frustrated monster? Do you think he looks like it? I do. So, you are going to use orange, blue, yellow, purple, and black to color him in. Once you are done sketching, you are going to outline, meaning you are going to trace over all of your sketches with black marker to make it bold, your sketches bold and pop out for the viewer when they look at it to see the outlining and the boldness of it so it pops out off the paper for the viewer to see all the details. Then you are going to use all your colors to replicate Andi Green's very frustrated monster. So, I hope you are able to cope and know all the coping skills of drawing, exercising, speaking to someone you trust, and are able to have an avenue of coping with your frustration in any type of situation you get into, either it's at home, at school, at the park, at a party, any kind of situation you, as a child, as an adult, wherever you're at. I hope drawing is one of your outlets where you can use as a coping mechanism. So, I can't wait to see you in our next art installment for SEL, and I wish you fun and excitement and drawing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much for joining us today.